This is Warren Campbell, and you're watching Talented Television with Kimberly Eichelle.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Talented Television. I so appreciate you. So for those of you that follow me on YouTube, make sure that you've told a friend. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and click that notification bell. And to those of you who are joining me on Church Stars, welcome to my new home. Again, please tell a friend, share. There are beautiful, talented people on this network, and you don't want to miss a thing. So today, I have someone for you that is special. Her name is Miss Aretha Harden. She's a singer-songwriter out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and today she's here to share her story about triumph, music, and growing up in the entertainment capital of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Aretha Harden. Hey, Aretha.
Hey,
How's it going over there?
pretty good, Miss Kim.
Oh, so tell me, I just let our audience know that you were born in Las Vegas, Nevada. You started singing around 6 years old, right? So you were very young.
Yes.
Tell me what that experience was like when they put young Aretha up to sing. And tell me what it's been like growing up in the entertainment capital of the world.
Yeah, well, that experience was, we were at a church called Pilgrim Rest, and we had just transferred over there, and my sister was helping with the choir, and they were teaching this song called Come to Jesus by James Cleveland, and nobody would get up and sing the song.
Wow.
So I said, I'll get up and sing it. Being me, didn't know who I was at the time. And I got up and sang the song and been singing ever since.
So what has your experience been like growing up here in Las Vegas, and how do you feel that it's helped shape you as an artist? Because of course, people come here to see everyone from Bruno Mars to Usher to, you know, way back in the day, the Rat Pack and all those people. So how has that helped shape you into the artist you are today?
Well, it most definitely will make you not be shy of the stage. I used to be, and I was like, no, I had some teachers that was up under me. One of them who really got me started was my brother, Eric. And he kind of like taught me stage presence and got me into recording. But then there was Ken Young, who got me into doing jingles. We did the jingle for the Luxor. We did jingles for Ford cars. We did all kind of stuff, Nissan, you name it, we did it for them. So they kind of prepped you to get into your first steps is the jingles. And then when you go from there, and then it was Las Vegas Mass Choir, and we traveled and we went to Australia. We went all over the United States, and so that helped you there. We were always on TV, on television. And when I started, when God told me to start working on my own stuff, then that's when the fear kicked in, because you didn't know if people were going to like your music, or, you know, if your hometown was going to support you or not. So that's when you really have to like bring it up a notch.
Kind of dig in and bring it up, like you said. So Aretha, everyone has a testimony of how they have overcome adversity. What have you had to face in the music industry that almost maybe broke you or made you want to quit? And how did you overcome that thing?
Well, what happened to me was I was literally being disobedient, and because I was afraid. And God had told me to stop working. And I was like, well, how am I going to take care of my family? And I need to take care of my family. And I went to like 3 different spas, like known spas. And every one of them I went to, it closed down. And the last one I was at was called Mia Bella's. And July 27th, 2010, I'll never forget it, He said, when are you going to stop interrupting people's lives?
Mm.
You're ruining their businesses.
Wow.
I told you to come out. And that day, I, I was, I just got up and left. And I said, well, I needed to take my kids to the Olympics in Kansas City. And I didn't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going home and I was like, okay, Lord, I quit. How am I going to get there? It's going to cost me $1,100 to do that, just with us. And so he said, do you trust me? And I said, yeah. So by the time I got to Lake Mead to turn off to go to my exit, I got a phone call from one of the coaches and they said, Aretha, are you still going to Kansas City? I was like, well, I was going to try to get somebody to take my kids. He said, no, we need you to drive your truck. I had an Armada at the time. He said, there are 5 kids that need to go and they're going to pay you $1,100 to take them. And
So
they're
that
going to give you
turned around quickly for you.
Okay, I'm like, what? I said, it was going to take you $1,100, just me and the kids. Now you're going to put 5 more on me? If I tell you it took $1,100 to the nose getting back, the last tank of gas.
Every last dollar.
When I got back to Vegas, I had a fourth of a tank.
Wow. Wow. But he made a way for you. So that's encouraging to those who are out there who are trying to step out on faith. So you would say that God definitely made a way for you.
Yes, he most definitely made a way. Be obedient, please. Be obedient. He will send you into some trials. So my trial was homelessness. My trial, I had to learn how to really, really trust him. So I have not really worked a real job since 2010. Everything musically has supplied everything that I needed,
Wow.
from
Wow.
cars to homes. He supplied it all. So please don't be disobedient. You don't want to beat down.
You don't want that, huh?
Don't do it.
Exactly. Do not do it. So, Rita, you shared the stage with everyone from Stevie Wonder to Babyface, SWV, Yolanda Adams. What has kept you humble and grounded after sharing the platform with so many other talented people and stars?
Well, with those, we were like maybe opening acts. Some of them we did backgrounds. Like for Stevie Wonder, we were the icon choir for the icons for the Billboard Awards. Most of those times it was for billboards. A lot of the times, like Yolanda Adams, we did the Jerry Lewis telethon. We sang background for her. She was so sweet. I've done background for her a couple times for like choir stuff, you know. And I think you were with us one time too. I think you were with us. Yes, you was with us. And so, when you get to do stuff like that, it's an honor, because when people come to town and they need a choir and your name is on that list, then you something. Because they trust you. They trust you to get the job done.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So for those of you that are watching, again, we are here with the talented, incredible Miss Aretha Harden. Again, if you have not subscribed on YouTube, please subscribe. And also thank you again to those who are watching on Church Stars. So let's continue with your interview. Aretha, who inspires you? Where does your inspiration come from?
Yikes. My inspiration comes first from my kids, to keep pushing and to teach them how to be strong through adversity. My second is Yolanda Adams. I absolutely adore her vocals. I started singing a song called Remember.
I know that song. That's a beautiful song.
And I don't know, I just liked her style. I liked her technique. And she was just powerful. And my thing was to not just sing to entertain people, but to sing to their soul and to move them, to encourage them and to change their life.
Wow. Wow, that's beautiful. So speaking of being a singer and being inspired, Can you sing a little something for us today? Just a snippet of something.
Just a snippet of something. Okay, I'll do I Love You, Lord.
Okay.
Okay, just a snippet. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. You've been better to me than I've been to myself. I love you, Lord.
Oh, that is so pretty, Aretha. And that was written by you, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
indeed. Yes, indeed. I just want to say that I have known you for many years now. You know, I
Yes.
am not a native of Las Vegas, but we have done many engagements and travels and things together. And you have always been a blessing. So I want to talk about that a little bit because I know you to be very humble. Um, you know, as gifted and as talented as you are, you will always step in and be supportive of other artists, you know, that are out there that are making it. What makes you make room for others? You know, because some artists, let's just be honest, are selfish. But Aretha, if I can be honest about even what you've done for me, when I did my single release back in
Mhm.
2016 of Where Would I Be, and I
Yeah.
did that concert, when I called you, it was no question, you
Right.
know. And when I needed others who may not know, you may not know, you know, that you're a beautician, you know, you do nails, you do all of these things. So you have other gifts as well. But I mean, you did everything down to painting my fingernails for me.
Mhm.
So why do you have a heart like that?
You know, I got it from my daddy. He
Wow.
always told me to kill people with kindness.
Mm,
Even your enemies, kill them with kindness. Because don't burn no bridges. Don't do it.
that's
If you
right.
burn the bridge, make sure you're not gonna have to cross that bridge again.
Absolutely.
But yeah, God just blessed that man with the biggest heart, and he always helped people. I've seen him give away cars. I've seen him help buy houses for people, buy grocery, buy clothes, take their kids to McDonald's, and he didn't take us because we
Okay.
always wanted. But uh, you know, I'm so serious. Some of these kids will tell us, and we didn't know until he passed away that that was the only time that they ever had to not share a meal. It would be four of them sharing like a number one Big Mac meal.
Wow.
And they was like, oh no, okay, I'm sharing this with this. And these are my cousins. And we didn't even know. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? And so they was like, that was the first time we ever had our own meal by ourselves.
isn't that something?
Yeah,
So
and
you
you
have
just
those
you
same
know
hearts.
something that little.
Say that part again. I'm sorry.
I say you just never know that just something that little is big to some kids.
Absolutely. And how it touches someone's life. And so I will say definitely that you have touched the lives of many others as well. I've seen you give, you know, your last and be an inspiration to people. And just like I said, that loving heart. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, Aretha, I think you've even been misunderstood, you know, but I think
Mm-hmm.
if people really know who you are, they would see that you are that girl that received love and learned how to love from your father, and you're continuing to give that till this day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have traveled many places. Like you said, you know, your gift has certainly made room for you. So you've traveled throughout the US, also abroad. Tell me some
Yeah.
of the stories of traveling as an artist and maybe the different things that you have to do overseas versus being in America.
Well, I would say, well, when I went to Canada, I would never ever go in the wintertime. It was 50 below.
Wow.
So I would
That's
never do
cold
that
for
again.
a Vegas girl.
Hunty, it's past Canada.
Yes.
Australia was beautiful. It was just all the shots that you had to take.
Yeah.
And the only thing with Australia was they thought that we wanted to be back in Vegas. So they put us in this hotel that was featured Vegas. We was like, we just left there to come here again. But it was beautiful, and it was a great experience. Great experience. Um, Africa, that was a little different. That was a little different. And I don't know if you want me to talk about that, but
Absolutely. I want you to share your story so people will know, what it's like to travel abroad. This is a platform for those who love talent, but also those who are talented and are trying to get to where you may be
okay.
or where you
Well, I would say anytime you go to Africa, especially Nigeria, do not go alone. Don't do it. Don't trust it. There are many scammers there, and I was in the hands of one. And I was there to do a recording, and it's on my first album, second album, Mighty God.
Okay.
I was there to record with artist Femi Micah, and there was someone there to pick me up from the airport. And I had been talking to both sides, and I'm thinking that they're in the same company, and it was not. So when he picked me up from the airport, he was like, "Oh, I just want to take you to go meet my mom." And I was like, "Why do I need to go meet your mom?" And I know the culture. You don't meet mom unless you're the intendee. So I'm like, okay. 7 hours later, I'm in Benin, the sex trafficking and drug capital of the world.
Oh my.
In Benin, Africa. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm there for 13 days, because I was supposed to be there a full 14.
Okay.
And I was there 12 days. I was there 12 days. And the Lord gave me the song, God's Protection. And I'm laying in the bed, and he's in the shower, and I'm singing, God's protection, the Lord's protection, it will never leave your life. And I look up, and he's standing over me. I open up my eyes, and he was like, is that for me? And I was like, the Lord says, tell him yes, and tell him you're dedicated to him. And I said, yeah, it's for you. I said, if you take me back to Benin, if you take me back to Lagos, I will dedicate this song to you. And he said, what, you will? I said, yeah. And the next morning at 5 a.m., we left going back to Lagos.
Wow. Wow.
And I finally was able to talk to Femi Micah and then let them know he was here. And they was like, we've been searching for you. We've been searching for you. And the American Embassy was searching for me.
Oh my goodness. So
And
you have literally been kidnapped and taken to a whole nother place than you were supposed to be dropped off at.
Yeah. He did try to get about $20,000 out of my family. He told them that I was underground.
Oh my goodness.
And if they did not get the money, $20,000 is $5.2 million in Naira. So our dollar, just $1 is $1,500 to them. So $20,000. Come on now, stop.
Yeah.
So we got back and we recorded Mighty God. And they say, are you okay? Are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm good. And we go into the studio, and all these cameras, like TV cameras, are in the studio. And they was like, well, we wanted to shoot you on X2D TV, which is one of the largest television stations in Nigeria. So I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you know what I just went through? And so I just calmed down, and they said, well, you want to do the interview? You want to record first? And I said, as a singer, this is how I'm going to let out. Then I want to record first. And I was like, this is so insensitive of them, but okay, all right. So I go in and they teach me the song. They teach me their language to sing.
Mhm.
And I listen to it 3 times through and I go in and I nail it the first 2 times, the first 2 takes from beginning to end.
Wow.
Nobody but that. And they would say, well, who taught you? Who taught you this language? And it was this guy named IODG Oliphant who I've been talking to for like 2 years. And he was teaching me the language for the song. And so we come out and he said, Aretha, we'll be back in 3 minutes. I said, wait a minute, where you going? And so the guy is standing right there. He had about 3 different aliases, but his name was Anthony. And he says, when we leave here, I'm going to kill you.
Jesus.
I said, I don't think so. We're in their territory and you're not in yours. They come back and Femi Micah stands maybe about 6'3", 6'4".
Mm.
Picks this guy up like this. And he said, now you're going to know who Femi Micah is.
So Aretha, you talked about, being taken in Africa and being placed in a position where you were in a sex market, basically. And so we know that that's huge. That sex trafficking is huge around the world. And I think it's so important that you shared that part of your story because we have so many young men and women who sometimes become desperate to be in entertainment, not knowing that there is a dark side. And like you said, you have to have someone there with you to make sure that you're protected.
What he did, he didn't really explain of what it was. To me, it was a car wash.
Mm.
And you saw like Mercedes-Benz and Hummers and Cadillac trucks, you name it. All like the big cars, Jaguars. 2 or 3 of his other friends are like going out and they showing them different things. And I'm not sure what they were showing them. But I was like, why are we here so long? Can we just go back to the hotel? And he's like, no. And so the phone rings and it's Io. And he says, can I please talk to Aretha? And so I said, okay. He gives me the phone and he says, Aretha, you are in danger. He said, this guy is dangerous. I said, oh, I know how dangerous he is. He said, no, he's very dangerous. I said, okay. He said, I need you to be calm and I need you to do whatever he tells you to do. Don't fight him. Don't do anything until we get him back here. He said, you be nice until he bring you back here. I said, okay. So we leave. And I said, why were we here all day? And he tells me, well, your bid got up to 500 million.
What?
It got up to 500 million. I knew that you were something special, so I'm going to keep you for myself.
Whoa. Wow, Aretha. So you were definitely in danger and in harm's way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. What a testimony. What a testimony of God's grace
Yeah.
and his protection. We have to say the song that he gave you again, God's protection, because a lot of people don't make it out of that. A lot of people don't make it out of a situation like that. So how has that changed you?
Oh, extremely protective over my girls and my boys. When I got back, because at that time my kids were little. I think Bonet was like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never wanted to go anywhere else by myself. I was like, you think you're grown and,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how grown you are. Don't go to Africa by yourself. Don't do it.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Oh my
And
goodness.
I bet every person that's in that circle.
Yeah.
Whoever you're dealing with, that's the people that need to pick you up from the airport, not some other person.
Wow. Wow. Such a powerful testimony, such a amazing and scary experience. And I'm just glad that you're here to give your testimony and to share that. So for those of you who are looking to get into the entertainment industry, are fighting your way to get into the entertainment industry, remember that everyone working in the industry is not on the up and up. So you definitely need to know who you are involved with, who you're working with, and don't take everything at face value. Do your research so you don't end up in a situation like that or worse. Aretha, thank you for sharing your story.
You're very welcome.
Let's talk about your new project, which is Heal the Land. Yes, let's talk about Heal the Land, where it came from, and let's just say what that song means to you.
Well, that song came up in the pandemic, right about the 1st of April. And I got a phone call from Ronald O'Neill. And he says, I need you to write a song. I need you to write a song. And I said, well, look, he put on my heart, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from thy wicked ways, then I'll hear from heaven and heal the land. So I said, what scripture is that? And he tells me the scripture. And I was like, wow. And I said, I have to think about it. Give me a couple days and God will give me something. And I was taking, my Miss Maya to McDonald's to get her spicy burger, which is was a hot and spicy, but she called it a spicy burger.
Your grandbaby.
I'm just sitting there. I was like, if my people who are called by my name. She said, Grandma, I like that. And so I teach her the song just from McDonald's on Lake Mead back to Care. Picked it up like that, called them. Okay, this is the song.
Wow.
Then I had to find somebody to produce it and to bring it to life. And that was Brother Wale Oni, who was the producer of Mighty God in Africa.
Oh,
he
wow.
now lives here.
So things came full circle for you with Africa.
Yep, he lives in California now. And he was like, sure, come on. And so I do all background vocals and some featured leads on some of their Nigerian artist projects. And so they now want a Black American gospel sound. So they call me. And so I go do it. And I'm featured on quite a few of their Nigerian artist albums. So one of them just released a couple days ago.
So with Heal the Land, the scripture that you were talking about is 2 Chronicles 7:14. For those who may not know, it says, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal the land. And we are desperately in need of our land to be healed. So Aretha, you also have a concert coming up, a Heal the Land concert here in Las Vegas this month, in the month of September. So let's talk about that. What is that concert going to look like, and how can people attend?
Well, it's going to be held at a place called The Space, and it's off of Polaris, right behind the Aria. But you can also stream it live anywhere in the world.
Wow. That's going to be a great opportunity for others who are watching. You can view her concert, like she said. So we'll make sure that we have the details on that. So let's talk about that concert. Who do you have backing you up? Who is your band? What can people look forward to? Tell me about this concert, girl. I'm excited for you.
Girl, you. Well, Joe Peggy is the MD for this concert, and he's bringing his band. You know, you'll never know who the band is until the couple of days before.
Uh-huh.
But my background singers are, of course, Dr. Marvinetta Clay.
Absolutely. One of Las Vegas's finest, definitely.
Yes. Barbara Fair, who was an amazing soprano.
Yes.
We got Wallace Broadnax on tenor, and also Anthony Lamont. I mean, not Anthony, Jonathan Lamont.
Okay.
Altos is Stephanie Riley, and LaShonda Pollard.
Wow.
So
awesome. Awesome. So you have
good sound is coming from that group.
Group of singers, some of Las Vegas's best, definitely. So I am looking forward to this concert and hearing the sound. For those of you who don't know, the space, as she said, is where the concert will be held on what date, Aretha?
September 17th at 8 p.m.
September 17th at 8 p.m. The space is at 3460 Cabaretta Court, Las Vegas, Nevada. So make sure if you're in Las Vegas that you get your tickets. And if you're not in Las Vegas, guess what? You're in luck, because you'll still be able to watch and to stream. With everything that's been going on, some people are still staying home. So you have the option of still supporting by going online, purchasing a ticket, and supporting our sister and friend, Miss Aretha Harden. So Aretha, we are getting close to another special part that I enjoy in the show. And that's the artist of the day gets to teach me something. So I'm excited. I never know what it is. For those of you who have never watched Talented Television, I have the artist of the day teach me something. It may be a song. It may be a life lesson. It may be a joke. I never know what it's going to be. And so it's a surprise for me, just as it is for you. So Aretha, what do you have for me today? What do you want to teach me?
Well, I want to teach you how to come in and let your hair down and go to bed.
Okay. Yes, that sounds good to me. Look, I'm always down for some good rest. So how does that work?
So, you know how you come through the door and you've had a long day.
Okay.
And, some of us, we wear wigs, and some of us, we have weaves. But on those weekdays, when you just want to come in, you're going to take this right hand right here.
Okay.
This right here. And you're going to say, woo! Okay, so I'm going to put it back on. Hold on, because I want you to learn it right.
Okay.
Okay. And you can use this hand, the left hand. Let me get it cute again. Hold on. All right. And you're going to come in and you're going to say, woo!
Oh my goodness. Aretha, only you. Okay. So after a long day, that's take my wig off.
And then you take these earrings off, because some of them be like, child, some of them be heavy. I can't take off this necklace, but that's just halfway and getting ready for bed.
Getting ready to relax. So that's what we can say.
Eyelashes, you can take these eyelashes.
You sound like Aretha, don't you take your eyelashes off? So funny. So now, ladies and gentlemen, you know what Miss Aretha Harden does after performing and hitting that stage. She comes home and literally snatches her wig off. I can't snatch nothing off today because this is all me. I got my fro going today. But I tell you what, this has been such a pleasure to be with you today, Aretha.
Just one more time, just one more.
You are too much.
And I do have some mop. I do got my own.
Okay, you got some there, huh?
I got some, honey. I got some.
So funny. You are too much. You are too much. Aretha, thank you for joining us here on Talented Television today. Where can we find you on social media? Those that are looking to follow you and to get more information on your concert, on your music, where can we find you?
Well, I'm on all social media. All you have to do is push in Aretha Harden, Heal the Land, or Aretha Harden, God's Permission Productions. Anything, I have my own website. You can do that, www.arethaharden.com. And you can hit me on my Facebook. Everything is Aretha Harden. I don't have any hashtag names or anything like that. I'm also on Instagram. Anything you want to know, you can scroll and find the information for Heal the Land concert, or you can dial www.healtheland.show.
Okay.
And I'll get the information there also.
Awesome. www.healtheland.show. Awesome. Awesome. Aretha, thank you for joining me today. And thank all of you who constantly tune in to Talented Television, either on YouTube and now at my new home, Church Stars Network. Thank you to all of those who have supported artistry over the years. There are a lot of celebrities in the world, of course, but there are also some awesome and amazing independent artists. So I am grateful to have this platform to share the artistry of such talented people. So if you are an artist and you want to be featured on Talented Television, all you have to do is contact me by emailing talentedtelevision@gmail.com. Again, talentedtelevision@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. Tell a friend, subscribe. Don't wait till this thing gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Grow with me now, okay? Let's go. So until next time, thank you once more for watching Talented Television, and we'll see you soon. Any last words, Aretha?
I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you do. You are such a pleasure to work with. You're a pleasure as a friend, and you're an anointed woman of God. So you keep doing what you do, what God made you to do, and that's impact the world. And you shall do that.
Wow, Aretha, thank you. That means a lot to me, a lot to me. I appreciate your friendship as well. And we're going to continue going. We're going to continue writing these songs and doing this music and everything that God has given us to do. So when we leave this place, whenever He calls our name, we'll leave here empty. And like you said, making an impact on the world. God bless all of you. We will see you next time. Take care. Bye.